Now, from across the tri-states, this is KHQA Sports.
And tip-top of the evening, everybody, and welcome to Sports Final, where tonight the schedule's a little lighter than usual. Not a whole lot of huge games, save for one.
Yes, and the Oscar for Best Drama goes to QHS and Rocky. Let's take it to Blue Devil Gym tonight. These teams were tied 21 at the half, so we'll take it to the third quarter, where QHS would stretch out their lead. Zach Burry with some timely shooting. Big three there helps get Quincy out in front. And in the final seconds of the third quarter, Devils up 5. Kvitli Martin can't get it, but Jason Saurin can. He had 16 points. There's 2 of them right there. So Quincy leads by 7 at the end of 3, but Rocky would erase the deficit. Look at that pretty up and under by Rocky's CJ Carr. They would tie it up at 43. Second and a half to go in regulation. Great look coming here from Martin Kvitli. Back iron, he couldn't get it to go, and that would send us to overtime in this ball game, and the Devils would strike first. Mason Fairley scoreless up until this point, but just smokes his defender on the baseline, up and under hesitation. Beautiful move there. But then the teams would trade some free throws. Rocky is down by 2 with 15 seconds to go in OT. And of course, it's Rocky. That's what they're going to do to you. They hit the 3, go up by 1. So 12 seconds left. Quincy inbounding, down by a point. Defenders chase Kvitli. There goes Fairley all alone in the basket. He gets the foul. So Quincy down by 1. Fairley would sink his first free throw. The second goes down. So Quincy up 48-47. 8 seconds left in overtime. Rocky down 1. Here's their final possession. CJ Carr dribbles. Oh, he loses the handle out of bounds. Rocky is going to lose this ball game on a turnover. It would come down to Mason Fairley just needing to inbound this one. Jason Saurin gets it, and the Blue Devils escape. They're led by 7 at the end of 3. Escape with a 1-point overtime win tonight. Big stuff for Sean Taylor's team. 48-47 as the Devils move to 5-0 in Big Six play. What a game.
Let's take you to the hangar in Macomb. You know, I really like Jeremy Anderson. Think he's a heck of a coach. I can do him no justice tonight as Illini West really took it to Macomb in the first half of this ball game. Starts with Braden Carroll. He would gather a lot of contact tonight, a magnet for contact, if you will, but didn't stop him from scoring or completing his mission, Ross. Bucket, Band-Aid, and three-point play right there on the ensuing possession. Oh, it's this guy, Brody Gronwald, away from everybody in the patented finger roll off the felony at the other end. It is at this point a 20-4 game. It's not going to get any closer. The call's not even going Macomb's way tonight. Maybe Braden Carroll charged, maybe he didn't, but he's going to get a three-point play. It never got much closer or prettier for Macomb. They lose tonight by the final count in this one of 41-22. Youch.
Good one tonight between Grigsville Perry and Liberty. It was the Tornadoes' Dryden Craven, 13 points shy of 1,000 for his career. More on him in just a second. Liberty off to the better start in this game, though. Connor Wolf, the two-pointer here off the rebound down low. But here's a guy I really like watching. Matthew Kennedy is just a big shot machine, deep behind the line, gets it to go. Grigsville Perry answering back in the early going. Teams would trade punches, though, a little bit further on, as the Eagles counter with Michael Mast, long jumper, like what we've seen out of him this season. But then Dryden Craven got to work. He will get down low here. Not one head fake, but 2. Dekes everybody out, gets to the hoop. That's what he does, as he had about 7 points in the first quarter, I believe. Approaching 1,000. More glass work, though, for Liberty. Austin Mast on the putback here. Liberty trying to stay with Grigsville Perry, but they would build a lead. The Tornadoes would, thanks to this Matthew Kennedy buzzer beater to end the first quarter. I mentioned he's a big shot machine. Gets a 3 right there. And then Dryden Craven in the second quarter just kept going to work here. Hits the long jumper. He would have 20 points tonight, and he eclipses 1,000 for his career. Congratulations to him as Grigsville Perry gets a 59-52 win over the Eagles.
Quality victory for Todd Bradshaw, whose team has won 8 of its last 10. Pretty good streak right there. Speaking of big wins tonight, Triopia at home. Look what they did to West Central. Left no doubt about it. Triopia team you got to keep an eye on. They are tough on given nights. Calhoun wins by 3 over Western tonight. Also on the docket, Jacksonville got 14 points from Josh Peak, who needed exactly 14 points to score his 1,000th point as a Crimson. Congratulations to him. We'll see more of Jacksonville tomorrow on the big overtime show. And it was BPCA falling to Havana 70-54 was your final there. We've got more highlights for you. We take you to Minden Unity tonight, where it was Unity against the upset-minded Camp Point Central Panthers. They're good at that, though. Lane Davis was having none of it. Neither was Will Klusmeyer. Going to take the strong take to the hole right there. And then more to come from the Mustangs. They were hitting from everywhere on this one. Dylan Schaefer from the outside, knocking down the 3. Central trying to make some things happen in this one. Douglas Weiss would knock down this jumper. Too much Thomas Donnelly and the Mustangs tonight as they end up winning by 10. 45 to 55 was your final in favor of the homestanding Mustangs. Also homestanding tonight, the Cyclones and our man Ethan Peterson. Oh, West Prairie taking on Princeville in this ball game early on. Chance Burkle had himself a good night, posting up strong for 2 of his team-high 20 points on the evening. And you talk about the inside, how about the outside game? Dalton Dieter, he was pretty good as well. Had 15 points on the night, can light up from long distance. Princeville, though, had some things going. And you know when shots like this fall for you, it's kind of your night. Tough going right there in Scioto. However, at the other end, more of Dieter, this time firing from way deep, maybe from Monmouth as far out as he was in this one, knocking down the 3. And then it's our man Ethan Peterson again. Look at the steal right here, as it would be a 1-point lead for the Cyclones at this point. Unfortunately, they couldn't finish the D tonight. They end up losing by a final count, this one, of 57 to 48. Elsewhere on a limited scoreboard tonight, Keokuk, they haven't beat Mount Pleasant since 2008. They don't do it tonight, losing on the road 50 to 45, despite 15 from Johnny Dahl. Also at the North Shelby Tournament, Consolation Championship goes to Scotland County. Look at Lucas Howard. He's been unstoppable lately. 27 more points for him. At the Lanzini Invitational, Consolation Championship goes to Monroe City, who gets off the schneid by 18 points from Blake Rogers. Louisiana with a big night over Clopton, 59 to 50 was your final. Mr. Smith in that ball game leading the way. And one wrestling score to pass along is Quincy Notre Dame nips Jacksonville. 32 to 31 was your final. Ross.
What about the Quincy Christian boys taking on West Fair tonight at home? Just 1 loss for Quincy Christian this season. Well, that's a big thanks to guys like Nate Dugal. The rebound, the run out, the layup. He just got speed for days and scoring ability for days as well. Quincy Christian up big time early on. How about Logan Dunn? Takes the cross-court pass here. Quick catch and release. Knocks that one down. But a little bit of defense here from the boys in red. Big block from Brett Wellman. Check it out here. Baseline. No, sir. That's going to be sent back to the sender there, as he would get one on the other side as well. Wellman just inside the arc for 2 as Quincy Christian pours it on. 66 to 18 winners tonight over West Fair. Good
Girls
stuff.
scores to pass along. Central Lee, a big win tonight on the road over Burlington Notre Dame. 74 to 69. Break up the Hawks. They needed that one. Also tonight, Central Southeastern's won its 3rd straight. They knock off Porta 36 to 30. At the Macon tournament, the homestanders are your champs as they end up beating up Moberly 44 to 35. Also tonight in the consolation game, it was Brookfield knocking off South Shelby 73 to 52. Speaking of consolation championships, oh, they grow them so cute in Cougar Country. Highland versus Mark Twain at the Lanzini tonight. Early on, Mark Twain making some things happen in this one. No, actually it'd be Highland early on. Sarah Plant planting a 3 home. Here comes Mark Twain to answer. Kayla Palmer, very resourceful, great bucket for her, but the rest of this first half belonged to Highland, who was just sniping from distance. This is Ashlyn Lay. She's not done. She had the 3-point mojo working for her tonight. Even when they weren't falling, Highland would get a second chance. And here's Ashlyn Lay knocking that down. And then how about a little bit of transition basketball from the Highland Cougars? They do that as well. First of all, you want to see some more buckets right here coming up from the outside. Yes, from the outside right there. It's Sarah Plant. Then the transition bucket from here. Casey Hinkle hooking up with Morgan Bringer. All fun all the time as Highland gets the consolation championship today at the Lanzini. 49 to 37 was your final. Mackenzie Grossman, though, 13 points, 9 boards, 9 blocks in the loss. Ross.
And a pair of college signings today in Edina as Knox County's Bailey Couch and Devin Goodhouse signed on with John Wood softball earlier this afternoon.
It's been awesome. Since I was a freshman, I've worked really hard, and our team's worked really hard to become all we can be. And this year we finally came out and actually did what we could and went to state. And we worked extremely hard this year with conditioning and playing in the summer and getting together for workouts and that kind of stuff. And then when it came to season time, we got serious and worked through everything.
It was all just a great experience going through high school and making it to state. That meant a lot to us because that was always our goal. And just playing that last game, knowing that wouldn't be my last game of softball that I ever played, that really meant a lot to me, knowing that I would be able to play college softball. So it was just really nice knowing I could continue my career.
In Bailey's case, she brings the ability to call a game for us. She hits the ball the other way very, very well. Carries a real strong batting average. Strong arm. In Devin's case, arm strength, a lot of power. I think she's going to add a lot of RBIs for us and some strength and some home runs. And we're looking at her maybe in a first base or an outfield position.
I'm really comfortable with John Wood. That's why I chose it. I chose somewhere I was comfortable. I've been to Quincy. I feel safe in Quincy, and I'm just comfortable with being there and living there.
Just knowing that Quincy is close to home. I didn't really want to go really far. So just knowing that just the location and the coaches just really added up, and I think I'm going to have a really good time.
Two outstanding players. Congratulations to them. Also, congratulations to Luke Guthrie on the rally today. Fired a 5 under 67 to get back into the mix. Cut comes after 3 rounds. Huge day coming up tomorrow. Cardinal Caravan for you?
Yes, Cardinal Caravan in Hannibal, and no shortage of great highlights.
Including Q&D Manual. We'll have those for you coming up at 10:30. We'll see you then, everybody.